Welcome to the Automotive Blockchain channel, everyone. Hey, how is everyone doing? Welcome to the channel and the Automotive Blockchain channel bus. Hey, I want to give a quick love dub out to all of you that have joined the channel for this video and have even liked and subscribed. And for those of you who haven't, hey, I'm trying to push to 1,000 subscribers. You know how it works, algorithms, all that kind of stuff. So go ahead, click subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to be notified for upcoming videos. So today we are going to be talking about a couple of quick announcements. That's really about it. One is going to be IoTex and their addition into MOBI, joining the MOBI partnership. And then we're also going to be talking very briefly about the MOBI trusted trip. So it is going to be a MOBI centric and IoTex centric video. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and look at the markets. This is the Automotive Blockchain watch list. And for those of you that are new to this, this is a watch list that I have kind of created here in my coin market cap. And what this is, it shows the some of the technology companies that have some type of interest in the automotive industry, whether it's through payments or direct technologies, etc. And then a couple of other ones I have in there because they may tangentially be associated in the automotive industry. So let's go ahead and kick it off here with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I keep the top three on here. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC. I use those as more of guides to what the markets are doing. And I also actually use USDC just kind of to swap out some of my profits, and I just put them in USD when things are starting to dip. Now I'm going to let everyone know right up front, okay? This is not financial advice. Please do not, repeat, do not take any form of what I say for financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You know the deal. Do your research, folks. Do your research. Consult with financial advisors if you have them, but definitely do your research because, hey, some of these financial advisors, they may not be hip to it for those of you that are reading more and listening more. So we have Stellar. Stellar is, Stellar sitting at 33 cents. It is up 0.3% in the past 24 hours, but again, down overall in the 7-day time frame. VeChain is also down. As everyone knows, a lot of the market is down overall. We do have VeChain sitting at 11 cents. And for those of you that have been listening to this channel for a length of time, you should know that I'm a big fan of VeChain for a number of reasons. But I like the product that they're doing. So look forward to doing a couple more videos about them in the near future. IOTA sitting here up obviously over the past 24 hours and getting down to Engine Coin for the gaming side of things. That is at $1.67. Something, I'll just put it this way. I think Engine Coin is going to start making some moves in the industry for gaming wise. So I'm looking forward to some upticks in that area. That being said, Ontology and IoTex, we're going to be talking a little bit more about IoTex right now. All right, folks. I mentioned this before. I keep mentioning it over and over and over again. IoTex is a sleeping giant. That is my opinion. And again, this is not financial advice. But if you were going to look at something and you're going to try to back your truck up, and as I like to say, back the bus up, and go ahead and load up the bus with whatever you need to as far as altcoins, I believe, me personally, this is one that I have on my list. Now, you have to do your own research. I'm not telling you to invest in it, but definitely do your research on it and let me know what you think in the comments section about it. That being said, let's go ahead and dig into this one a little bit more. We have IoTex here, and they are sitting at 6 cents. They've been running flat, just like the market, folks. A little ups, a little downs, but the reality is, when you're looking over the past day, even over the past 7 days, it's pretty much running flat. It had a high of 7 cents over the past 7 days, a little over 7 cents, but it's flatline. And I like that because this is a great price point for this particular crypto. Obviously, if something happens in the market and it dips a little lower, I'm definitely going to pick up more, another bag or two. I'm going to pick it up anyway. I like dollar cost averaging in on this one. And I think pretty much for me and my purposes, I think anything that's going to be happening with this well below 35, 40 cents is still well worth picking up some bags. When you're talking about those kind of those low cost coins and quite frankly, low cap coins. So that's where this one would be. Just want to show you something real quick over the past month. Now, a month ago, it was sitting over here at 10 cents. All right. And when you think about that, they had a couple of big announcements that was kind of interesting that they put out. but it trickled back on down and did some retracing. I believe, based off the technology that we're going to talk about in a little bit, and some of their announcements that we're going to talk about with MOBI, that this is going to start doing some serious upticks as they start releasing some of their latest news coming out in the next 60 to 90 days. So that said, let's get back to the overall watch list in and of itself. With the watch list, we have here a few others that are going to be on here below IoTex, and that is going to be Ocean Protocol, Singularity Net, big fan of them, and ones I haven't talked about very much, and that is Stormex, Energy Web Token, and Carnomaly. I will be doing a video on Carnomaly, and that is automotive DeFi. With the DeFi industry really just launching off like crazy in all sorts of sectors, I believe companies like Carnomaly are going to be ones to watch out for as they begin to develop more and more of their technology. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on that, and stay tuned for videos on that. So let's get over into the announcement for today. Now that is IoTex. This month, meaning the month of September here, IoTex joined MOBI. And for those of you that are not familiar with MOBI, basically they create standards. And MOBI in and of themselves is an open source blockchain initiative. That's what it is. And it says, today we are excited to announce our partnership with MOBI, a non-profit alliance of the world's largest vehicle manufacturers, insurers, NGOs, that's non-government organizations, for those of you that don't know what that is, and startups working to accelerate adoption of blockchain across the automotive and mobility industries. MOBI addresses the needs of emerging multimodal transportation ecosystems through collaborative efforts with diverse entities, including, and I want you to pay close attention to these, all right? You have some of the founding members, so to speak, and that's BMW, Ford, GM, Renault, Hyundai, and that would be the automotive manufacturers. But check out the enterprises. You have Amazon Web Services, you have Bosch, the world's largest parts manufacturer distributor in the world. You have Accenture, PG&E, etc. And then as far as the NGOs go, you'll have here the World Economic Forum. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, IoTex in and of itself, I've done a couple of videos on them, and you can see that. And actually, let me show you something real quick for those of you that are new to the channel. I want to just kind of give you a quick heads up. So over here on my channel, I have here in the playlist, and this is for all of you that are new to this or just have not taken time to look into the playlist. I've kind of divided some playlists up here by manufacturer. As I start creating videos, I'll dump them into their own individual playlists. So you can see over here in the Internet of Things, I have a couple of videos on IoTex in there and a couple of other stuff. But you can see there GM, Hyundai, Audi, Porsche, etc. So as I create videos and I think they need to go into particular playlists, they're over there, so you can check them out. Some of them have 7 videos, like VeChain, some have 8, and some just only have a couple, such as Hyundai. And that's just because that's the way the news is going. But that being said, getting back over here into the MOBI announcement with IoTex, IoTex is already an active leader in several enterprise consortiums. And I want you to pay close attention to this because it is a sleeping giant, as I noted at the beginning of this video. And the standards and bodies, including IEEE, Industry IoT Consortium, and CCC. So as members of MOBI, and this is a quote from them, we will contribute our cutting edge blockchain and IoT technology, including the Pebble tracker, to drive forward research and pilot projects such as MOBI's Trusted Trip. And I wanted to get into that. So here's the thing, folks. This IoTex has so many projects going on. It is insane, folks. So many. And I literally could do a whole video about that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not so egotistical where I want to try to put a whole bunch of things out there. For those of you that haven't listened to Darren J. Moore, he did a video about this not too long ago, and literally just a couple of days ago. So definitely go over and check that out, because you'll be able to get a good download of what the latest is that IoTex has put out. Let's go over to, I want to just kind of touch a little bit on a couple of things. So in the Trusted Trip, okay, and this is IoTex, and they're saying that they wanted to, they're looking forward to contributing into this Trusted Trip. So MOBI over here on their LinkedIn page, you can see here, and it literally says what they're doing is we introduced the concept of MOBI Trusted Trip in July. I did a video on that and announcing the Drives program. Now, we couldn't be more excited to announce that a MOBI Trusted Trip standard is currently in production. So for those of you that don't realize this, MOBI creates standards. And they're not laws or legislation, but they're kind of creating these standards. And these standards are put together by a whole bunch of quite frankly, leaders in the industry. And as you can see here for these MOBI Trusted Trip standards, you see a whole bunch of listed customers in there, not customers, of companies in there from IOTA, Accenture, University of Urbino, USAA, General Motors, Hitachi, etc. Honda's in there, and you get the idea. But I want you to focus a little bit on that. Trusted Trip in the use cases, okay? And they have this big thing over here saying, stay tuned for the release of the MOBI Trusted Trip standard. We're looking at traceability for parts. Everybody knows in this industry, listen, parts need to be traced and tracked to make sure they are the genuine parts and or accessories from the manufacturer, and making sure that they are, quite frankly, put on the vehicle. So in my opinion, I can see this coming, that you will literally find traceability and tracking, not just from the manufacturer, but down to the tier 3 level, and even into some of the independent retail facilities, 10, 12 years down the road, where they'll be tracking to make sure that parts are on their the correct parts are on the vehicles, so that you can maintain certain carbon credits, as it says right here, as it reads trusted carbon emissions tracking. These two, trust me folks, these two here with the parts traceability and the trusted carbon emissions are going to go hand in hand. You have to trust me on this, because there are a lot of things changing, and not just in the electrification of the vehicles, but when you start replacing parts on these and you're doing parts traceability, you better be sure straight that those parts need to be coming from the from places that are carbon free, or at least carbon neutral, etc. You get my point. So those are going to be kind of going hand in hand, and quite frankly, everything on this list. So usage-based fees for electric charging, dealer floor plan audit. So for those of you that are listening to this and you're part of an automotive dealership, whether it's Audi, Mercedes-Benz, you represent a dealership and you're in charge of ordering the vehicles, these use cases are also going to apply to the dealer floor plan audit. So vehicle maintenance and battery, etc. So this is going to be the standard for that. And as I just mentioned to you over here, I'll get to that in a second. As I just mentioned to you, that IoTex is looking to drive forward research and pilot projects such as MOBI's Trusted Trip. So even though at the point in time of them announcing this here, you don't see IoTex on here, you do see IOTA Foundation. Perhaps they will be able to get a spot in on this one. That'd be kind of neat, especially because of the Pebble tracker. And this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, folks, and that is the Pebble tracker. It is a game changer when it comes to tracking, traceability. Don't necessarily trust, but also verify. So with this, what is the Pebble tracker? Pebble tracker is a secure, battery-operated, cellular IoT prototyping platform designed for blockchain-based applications. So it's designed for blockchain-based applications. It's built on Norman Semiconductor's latest. It is driven by open source firmware. In combination with IoTex blockchain, its onboard capabilities allows developers to design and build innovative, decentralized IoT solutions that will go well beyond conventional asset tracking. Don't just trust, verify. And they got a cool little picture of what it's going to look like here. Anyway, hey, let me know what you think of the video. Please do not forget to subscribe. And hey, I look forward to seeing you next time.